Hi student, welcome for the second lesson of history, that is on the trail of the earliest people. This lesson is about how the earliest people lived, how was their life, what challenges they face, and how they come across and how they solve the problems. So we'll be discussing this throughout this lesson. So let's begin. So here we have in this lesson there are some hunterers. So first we'll see what is meant by hunterers. Okay. So hunterers are the people they used to live in the past, like they used to go from place to place and they used to hunt animals. As there was no invention of agriculture, so they were dependent mostly on hunting the animals. So for that reason they have used certain tools which were made from the stone mostly, and it was quite difficult for them to lead a life or to live such a life, because there were so many challenges they have to face during the hunting of these different animals, and it was a part of their life. It has become a part of their life, and slowly they come across such many problems, but they could solve these problems also. So here we have certain reasons we have why they used to migrate from place to place. Like today also people are migrating, but their migration purposes are different. We are now people are going for education, jobs. The purposes are different, but that time the purposes of migration were different. So which purposes were of migration, that we will be seeing from this part 1. Okay. So if you see what was the reason behind their migration, was they have to go from place to place for the very important reason, that was food. As you can see, if they had stayed at one place for a long time, they would have eaten up all the available plants and animal resources. So this was the first reason why they were going from place to place. If they are staying at one place for a longer time, what will happen? The resources which are like plants and animal, they will get extinct. So for that reason they were traveling from place to place. Even they have to travel places in search of food. So this was the first reason. It was an important reason why they were migrating, or they were going from place to place. Then second reason is what? Animals move from place to place. So as we know that animal also travel in search of food, in search of water. So they can't be staying at one place for a longer period. So animals keep moving from place to place. So man also have to move behind them, because to search the prey or to search the animals, the man also has to move from the place to place. We can say in the case of deer and wild cattle, they were in search of grass and leaves. So such animals were in search of grass and food. So man also was behind them. So they used to travel behind those animals. That's why those who hunted them had to follow their movements. So they were observing keenly where these animals are going, and they were going behind them. These are the second, we can say this was the second reason. Then we have third reason. What was the third reason? Plants and trees bear fruits in different seasons. So people may have moved from season to season in search of different kinds of plants. So the third reason is that as we can get the fruits seasonally, so during the seasons, if they want the fruits, they have to travel, or they have to migrate. in search of such fruits. So this was the third reason. Then what was the fourth reason? The fourth reason was that people, plants and animals need water to survive. So water is found in lakes, streams and rivers. Okay, so they were in search of water. Water was not easily available everywhere, so they were searching for the water. And water is found in lakes, streams and rivers. While many rivers and lakes are perennial. Perennials means which we get water throughout the year. So they were traveling for that reason. Others are seasonal, so there are not all the rivers which are perennial. There are many seasonal rivers as well, where the water is not available throughout the year. And then suppose they are living near a river which get water in particular season, like rainy season, but in summer season that water is dried up. So what they have to do, they have to travel in search of such river where they can get enough water. So this was the fourth reason for their migration. So students, you can compare these reasons with the reasons which are found now. We can make a comparative study of migration which was done by hunter that time, and the migration people are doing right now. Then let's move to the next point. As we have seen, that I told you right now before some time, that these people were using stone tools. And what were the reason and why they were using these stones, and what for what reason these stone tools were used, we'll see. So first they used to make the tools for cutting the meat and bones. So as they were hunter gatherers, or they mostly dependent on hunting the animals. So what they have to do, they have to cut the meat. They have to cut meat, so that meat as well as bones. So they were using those stone tools for cutting the meat and bones. Then they were also using scrap barks from the trees. Even they were using to cut or to use the hides or the animal skin to remove from the body of the animals. And they were using for chopping the fruits and the roots. So these were the important uses of stone tools for these hunter and gatherers. Even some may have been attached to handles of bone or wood. So as they were making some arrows, or they were making spears, so for that reason, if they want to hang, or if they want to keep in front of the that arrow or spear, so what they used to do, they used to hang, or they used to tie those stone tools. Other tools were used to chop wood. Even these were used to chop the wood, which was used as a firewood. So they were used to cut the trees, or they used to make the pieces of the wood so that they can use as a firewood. So wood was also used to make huts and tools. These were the different uses, we can say, for the hunter gatherers or the early people of stone tools. Then we have ostriches in India. The next point is, so ostriches were found in India during the Paleolithic period. What is Paleolithic period? Paleolithic period is what we can say old Stone Age. If you see, the Stone Age is divided into Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic ages. So Paleolithic age, during the Paleolithic age, archaeologists have found that ostriches were found in India, but right now we can find ostriches more in the country like Australia or the other country that but in India we are not able to see much ostriches, or they are seen ostriches, but they are we have the proof of ostriches were seen in India that time also. So here we have proof which we get from one of the place in Maharashtra, that is Patni. So here on this place, at this place, we have got the proof that ostriches were found in this area. So if you can see the designs which were engraved on some pieces, so while beads were also made of them. So we can find ostriches, we can find the proofs of the ostriches here. Then question arises like who did what, means which work were done by the men, which work were done by the women, and which work were done by the children. So like now we have separated the works, we have divided the works, some works done by the men, some works done by the women, and some works done by the both. So the work division is happened, or we are doing the work division. And then question arises, which works were done by whom, and who was responsible for doing particular works. So but if we want to know this, we can say it surely that which work was done by whom, because we don't have such proofs, we don't have much proofs, but on the observations which were done by the archaeologists, we could guess many things. Like we can guess like they could guess is that we have seen that earliest people hunted, gathered plants, produced, made stone tools, and painted on cave walls. So different works were done by these people. Then question is that, is there any way of finding whether women hunted or man made stone tools, or whether women painted or man gathered fruits or nuts? So I told you already, at present we don't really know, so means we don't have much proofs. It may be available in the future. However, there are at least two possibilities. The archaeologists are showing two possibilities. These possibilities are like it is likely that both men and women may have done many of these works together. Like we can see, if they want to hunt, they want to gather plant produce, or if they want to make stone tools, there are chances that they have made together, or they have helped each other. Okay, this is one possibility, that they have done the works together by helping each other. Wherever it is possible, the help must have been taken from both men and women in the all the works. Okay, it is likely that that both men and women may have done many of these things together. Then there is another possibility also, that it is also possible that some tasks were done by only women and others only by men. So this is also a possibility, that they must have divided the work, like you take care of stone tools, or they must have divided that I will be hunting and you have to take care of the house. So they must have divided the works also. This is the another possibility. And again there could have been different practices in different parts of the subcontinent. It means there are chances that in some part of the subcontinent of India, some people must have done the work together, or it is also possible that they have divided the work. Area wise it may be a difference, means in some areas it may have done by the both, and in some areas it may have done by only men or women. So there are many possibilities there, we can see, but as we get the proofs we can get it clear. Then there are places like if you find in France, if you can see France, so in France you can see in the pictures, the painting below is from the cave in France. The painting which is shown over here belong to France. This site was discovered by 4 school children more than 100 years ago. So you can see that this site was discovered by school children. The site is discovered by the school children, and before how many years this was discovered? This was discovered by children around. It was discovered around between 20,000 and 10,000 years ago. So many of these were animals. Which animals were mostly seen? Like these were like wild horses, and then aurach, an older wild form of cattle. Then vison, then woolly rhinoceros, reindeer, bear, and painted. These were painted in bright colors. So you can see in the picture also they are looking quite bright. So different animals were drawn on the sides. They were depicted. They were drawn on the side. Then these colors were made from minerals like ochre, then iron ore, and charcoal. It is possible that these paintings were done on ceremonial occasions, means on different ceremonies, or perhaps they were made for special rituals which were performed by hunterers before they went in search of prey. So this is also a chance. There is also this possibility that these were done on the rituals, or these were done on the occasions. So here is one more site. Name of the site is Hansgi. So if you study this site, we come to know certain facts, like a number of early Paleolithic sites were found here. Means the sites which were belonging to Old Stone Age, these were found here. At some sites, a large number of tools used for all sort of activities were found. Means there we have found different tools which were used for different activities or different purposes. These were probably habitation cum factory sites. Means I have told you in one of the lecture that the sites were divided as a habitation site, then we have factory site, and third is habitation cum factory site. Means habitation factory, we can say, where the people were living, like caves. Then we have factory site where the tools were made, they were created. And the third type was that habitation cum factory site, where the people were doing both the things, like they were living also, and they were making tools also. So these were called habitation cum factory sites. So on this place like Hansgi, we have got different proofs of this was a habitation cum factory site. In some other smaller sites, there is evidence to suggest that tools were made. Okay, some of these sites were close to springs. Springs means some of the sites were near the water resources. These were water resources. Most of the tools were made from limestone also, which is locally available. So it means, or it proves that other than stone tools, there were certain materials which were used for making tools. So this is also important innovation for us to know, or it was an important fact of past that we can know. And next is if you see the Stone Age, it can be broadly divided into 3 categories. These, as we can say, these are Paleolithic age, then we have Mesolithic age, and then we have Neolithic age. So Stone Age can be divided into majorly these 3 groups. So we'll see in short about them. uh, archaeologists have given lengthy names for this for the time that they were studying. Like they call the earliest period as Paleolithic, or it also can be called as a Old Stone Age. This has came from Greek word. The Greek word is paleo, P-A-L-A-E-O. So this is the Greek word which means old. And the another word, subword of this is lithos. Lithos means a stone. So if you see the complete meaning of that word, it can be like Paleolithic means Stone Age, Old Stone Age. Okay, so we can know about this. And then name points to the importance of find of stone tools. Okay, these are the important points for the finding about the age. Then Paleolithic period extended from 2 million years ago to about 12,000 years ago. So Paleolithic age, we can say it is a longer period of time, where it is from 2 million years ago to about 12,000 years ago. This long stretch of time is again divided into three subcategories. We can say that lower, and then middle, and upper Paleolithic. So it means that Old Stone Age again divided into Middle Stone Age, then Lower Stone Age, and the Upper Paleolithic Age. So if we see, this long span of time covers 99% of human history. So if you see the history, so 99% of our human history is covered by Old Stone Age. Next, the period next we have the period when we find environmental changes, then beginning about 12,000 years ago till 10,000 years ago. This is the age which is called as a Mesolithic age or Middle Stone Age. And here the stone tools which were found, they were small in size. That's why they were also called as a microliths. They were known as a microliths. Micro means small. So if you compare these stone tools from Paleolithic and Mesolithic age, so the stone tools which were made in Mesolithic age or the Middle Stone Age were small in size. Their size was small. And one more characteristic of the stone tools were that they were sharper as compared to Paleolithic age, or they were sharper to Old Stone Age. This was advantageous for these people. So they have reduced the size of the stone tools, and it has made them possible to make it sharp also. So there is advancement, we can say, and it is a progress in making the stone tools. So, and the next stage is Neolithic age. So Neolithic age, we can say it was seen about 10,000 years ago, and this Stone Age is known as Neolithic age. Neolithic means, if you divide the word, neo means new, and lithos or lithic means stone. So we can say that it is New Stone Age. Okay, and this is where the agriculture was started. Here the tools were different as compared to earlier two periods, because earlier two periods people were using the stone tools for hunting and that purposes. But here as agriculture has started, people started using or making such tools which were useful for them in agriculture and same purposes, like cutting the trees, cutting the grass, similar to agriculture. So we can say that Stone Age is divided into these three subcategories, which are we can say Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, and Neolithic age. And if we see the stone tools, if you see the evidences of stone tool which were found in Paleolithic age, so these were large in size, and they were not much sharper. Okay, so it was difficult for the people who were living in the Paleolithic age to use them. And then we have changes in Mesolithic age where people were using stone tools which were rather sharper and their size was reduced, so it was easily usable for them. It was useful as handling was easy, and it were called as a microliths. And then Neolithic age, in Neolithic age stone tools were again more sharper, they were more polished, and the purpose of the stone tool now is changed. As earlier it was for the different purposes, in Neolithic age it has become for the different purposes. Okay, so I hope you have understood. So we'll have a revision of the topics that we covered now. Like we have we have discussed about the first point we have discussed is that uh, why the hunter gatherer were doing migration. We have seen the different purposes why these people were doing migration, and the purposes are quite different from that of our purposes. We have discussed about this. Then we have discussed about the stone tools and their uses, for what reason these people might be using those stone tools. Then we have discussed about the proofs, or we have evidences of ostrich which were found in Maharashtra, some of the sites. This also we have discussed. And then we discuss about how the works were distributed among men, women, children, and how they must have done, though we don't have much evidences, but we can guess many things about them. Like this must have been two possibilities, as already we have discussed. Like there it is possibility that these were done by both, or they must have been done by sharing. So these are the two possibilities that can be seen, or it may be area wise different. And then we have seen about the France, where we have found certain sites which were used, and the people were doing the paintings over there, and the very bright colors were used, and the site was discovered by school children. And then we talk about Hangsgi, a closer look we have seen, where we have proved that some other material of also used for making tools, like limestone was used. We have certain proofs for this area. Then last that we have discussed about the different stone ages, which were divided into Paleolithic age, then Mesolithic age, and Neolithic age. So you try to understand this point by doing comparative study.